So I'm vacillating between I'm tired, really tired. And at the same time, it's like if we tap out, how much worse could it get? Like, what's the worst
So
thing
much
that could
worse.
happen? What's the worst? Okay, so let's explore the worst case scenario. We're here. It's Monday. Drew's
Yeah.
here. Smart man, crisis manager. He's been I intimated maybe if you're a crisis manager for the country, what would you tell the country? But let's take the worst thing that can happen. 2022, black people say, F this, we're not voting. Congress goes, you got the Senate and the House, goes to the Republicans. Right? Joe Manchin's like, I don't have any power anymore. All right. 2024, Trump's back. We don't show up. We like, F you, Biden. You ain't do nothing for black people. Even though today there's probably gonna be an infrastructure bill. We're gonna probably have this week student loan debt will be canceled. So that story come down. There's probably gonna be, maybe legalization of marijuana at some point this year. It's gonna be some things. Joe Biden's getting some stuff done, not too loudly either.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Smith is telling me infrastructure was signed during the
Signed
show.
today.
Okay,
Yep.
signed today. This is significant, actually.
Yep.
Since the New Deal, we haven't had such a comprehensive. And no, we didn't get everything the squad wanted, but this is going to impact some lives positively. He's going to have a great record, as every Democrat does. They come in after the Republicans ruin the economy. You can read for yourself. I'm not making this up. They come in, they destroy the economy, they destroy the country. Democrats get a heap and pile of crap, have to come in and rescue. Black people have to come in and rescue the country. And then black people get tired. So they don't show up for the
Clinton,
midterms.
Obama, they both inherited messes, economic messes, like political messes, like just blatant disregard for humanity messes, wars, the whole nine yards. Like, listen, if nothing else, if you're hearing us on Urban View right now and you're in your car, but when you get to your house, you can't get it because your internet is slow, or you don't have good service at your house. Like, part of the infrastructure bill is going to be, there's like $65 billion for broadband off top. If you live in rural America, the fact that there's over $60 billion that is going to be dedicated to getting rural America connected to the internet is game changing. When I go to my parents' house in Mississippi, they are on satellite internet that they are pulling down from a satellite, which is like just a step above AOL when it was start.
Bong, bong,
You have
bong.
mail, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, they're gonna dedicate $15 billion just to getting lead out of the water systems. And then when you go in and get lead out of the water systems, there some of these places that have not had upgrades to their water systems, Jackson, Mississippi, some of these other places in where we live, that is going to be a boon to your quality of life. Like, that's not going to be in the headline that, oh, the poisonous lead is now out of our pipes. That probably won't be a headline, right? But that $15 billion may add a couple extra years to Big Mama's life, or your kid's life, right? Like, there's some things in here that are going to be good that I don't think this administration is good at communicating, right? Is good at communicating. Like, if you were in the South, and when the grid went down that one time and it caused all these ripple effects, there's going to be $73 billion specifically to protecting the grid and rebuilding the electricity grid. That is going to be major, but it might not get the same headline as I canceled $80 billion in, student loan debt. He needs to cancel that student loan debt as much as he can do with executive power, but it's a lot. It's a lot in this that I don't think that people actually see where the rubber meets the road for them. And they've got to do a better job than Obama did at talking about how it impacts our lives on a day-to-day basis. Because
they're not doing it. They're not doing it. I mean, that should have been even before the bill. Like, we should have all been fighting for the bill from the door because we knew all of the things. And they're not good at it. They're not good at messaging, Drew McCaskill. They're not good at messaging, which is why 2022 is really up for grabs.
It is. Really, I mean, there's a reason why, I always talk about how that James Carville shit that he did with Clinton won't work in 2021 and 2022. But Clinton was really good at one thing that none of these post-Clinton Democrats are good at. He was good at humanizing the story and storytelling. He was good at, I'm going to grab you with playing this saxophone on Arsenio Hall because I want Black people to see me. But when I get off of the stage playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall, I'm going to tell you all of the things that Black people need to know about what I plan to do in this administration, right? That was the genius that was there, that I don't know that these other folks are willing to come off of that sort of liberal elite pedestal.
Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, outside of Corn Pop, their lives are not. Clinton's from Arkansas.
Yeah,
he's a Southern poor white man
raised by a single mama.
Right, but that demographic, they know Black people.
Yeah.
You can't really avoid Black people because y'all in the same circles. So the cadence, the language, the flow, something that, Bernie Sanders doesn't have 1% Black people where you're from, which is why it's a lot of tone deaf. Yes, really, you. And you may have all of the right things in terms of the environment and all this other stuff in the economy, but you don't know us.
Yeah.
You don't know us. And then you could put 1,000 Nina Turners on your team, but when you open your mouth, you tell on yourself. And I feel the same way with Joe Biden. You ain't got enough regular Black people around you. You may have Kamala Harris's and the elite Black people that go to the elite schools. They're out of touch too. Kamala Harris ain't been blackity black.
Since she stopped dating Montel.
You better. I want to say something. I'm not going to say I'm going to be respectful of the vice president, but you know what I'm talking about. You ain't been in them streets in a while. And passing by the streets ain't being in the streets. Ain't having, ain't going into a pissy elevator on any given day to visit your cousin or your big mom or your grandma. Raise your hand if you've had that. My hand is up. And I'm just saying, or even in the backwoods or on a dirt road, like my grandmother burning her garbage in an ash can. Like, I know what that looks like. I know what it looks like to go to the projects and stand in a line, even though I wasn't raised in poverty.
Yep, same.
Most of us have experienced it in a way that it's familiar to us. And so having these conversations is not me coming down from an ivory, whatever experience, but I feel like that's all they surround themselves with. People who either want to escape that, who never want to remember. Maybe they come from an immigrant family, Karine Jean-Pierre, I don't want to remember that was part of my upbringing because I'm above that now. But that messaging problem is because they don't have the connection to the people that a Clinton had.
Yeah, it's totally different. I mean, I think about the how I in my own like journey of like trying to have conversations about connecting the economic opportunity through my day job is I had to prepare my team that like I'm going to talk about this in a very different way than how y'all talk about it. You should probably take a couple of cues from it, but when I talk about it, I'm going to talk about it differently. I'm going to talk about it what it means to me and my cousin who's a line supervisor at the Toyota plant in Mississippi. I'm gonna make it make sense for me and for him, right? And I think that's what's missing in the way that all of them are thinking about this. And all of them, I mean them in that inner circle. And you're absolutely right. I think it is disconnected. Is so disconnected from the people that they're saying they're representing and trying to serve. Because if the right people were prepping Joe Biden before he got on the Breakfast Club, he wouldn't have said you ain't Black if you don't do this. He might not have done the Breakfast Club.
He would have said it because it was natural to him. It rolled off. That's how he feels inside his heart. Like, how dare you? I'm the only thing standing in the way of you Black people and the trains that come to pick you up. Yeah. How dare you even question whether or not I'm better for you? It is a sense of entitlement that he bears, and it doesn't make him a bad person. I'm just saying you're disconnected, and that's going to be a problem. because I'm tired of holding my nose and voting for people. 866-801-8255. But I will. I'll just say it. I'm going to be honest. 2024 is between him and Trump. I'm voting for Biden again. Damn it.